Most people think money just buys nicer stuff, a bigger TV, a fancier car. That's the surface level, the stuff you see on Instagram. But what if I told you that money doesn't just buy things, it buys a completely different reality, a different set of problems, a different relationship with time, a different version of yourself? Today, we're going to walk through that transformation, level by level. We're going from waking up to a bank account with $4.17 to a world where you own the gas station, the sushi restaurant, and the private island the fish is shipped from. This isn't about judging, it's about understanding the game. Let's start at the very bottom. Level 1, $0. Welcome to the Hunger Games, but honestly, less exciting. This isn't regular math, it's survival math, the kind of math that breaks people. Your rent is $1,200. Your paycheck after taxes is $1,190. You're already $10 in the hole, and that's before you've even eaten. Then the overdraft fee hits, $35. Congratulations, you now owe the bank money for the privilege of being poor. That is the fee for being broke, being even more broke. At this level, your mind is a calculator that never turns off. Can I afford gas and groceries? Not both. Okay, gas it is. That means a dinner of digging through couch cushions where you find $1.47 and a fossilized Cheeto. Your social life? Canceled. Who has money for a $7 beer? Your sleep? It's a battlefield. Every night at 3 a.m., your brain decides to host a PowerPoint presentation titled, "Every Bad Decision You've Ever Made." You aren't living, you're just not dying. You're surviving. And if you think this is a fringe experience, consider this. 40% of Americans can't cover an unexpected $400 emergency. That's not a statistic, that's your neighbor. That's the person in line with you at the grocery store. It's a tightrope walk over a canyon of debt, and there is no safety net. Let's move up. $10,000. This is what I call the first exhale. You log into your bank account and see that number, with the comma and everything. You might do a tiny, cautious happy dance, but you'll immediately stop and look around nervously as if someone might take it away. Because for the first time in your adult life, you have an emergency fund. Do you know what that really means? It means you can have a bad week without it automatically becoming a bad year. The car breaks down? It's an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. You handle it. An unexpected medical bill shows up? It's frustrating, but it doesn't bankrupt you. You handle it. You are no longer one flat tire away from a full-blown mental breakdown. You're not rich, not even close. You're still trading your time for money, still clocking in every day. When you order takeout, you still check the price 3 times before hitting confirm. But something fundamental has shifted in your brain. A little switch has been flipped. You've realized, oh, wait, saving is actually possible. For the person at zero, that idea is a fantasy. For you, it's now a fact. That's the unlock, and it's an unlock most people tragically never get. Next level, $100,000. Welcome to comfort, but make it anxious. You've made it to the middle-class promised land. The paycheck-to-paycheck dread is gone. You can finally breathe. You can go to a restaurant with friends and not have to do silent, frantic math in your head while the waiter reads the specials. The waiter mentions the Wagyu is $85, and you don't flinch. Outwardly, you're calm, but inside, a little voice is chanting, "I'm fine, this is fine, I'm totally fine." But here's the trap nobody ever warns you about: lifestyle creep. It's the silent assassin of wealth building. You got a raise, so of course you got a nicer apartment. You got a bonus, so naturally you leased a newer car. Your vacations went from hostels to hotels. Now you're making more money than you ever have in your life, and somehow you're still stressed about your credit card bill at the end of the month. You've just unlocked a new achievement: expensive broke. Your safety net is bigger, but so are your bills. The anxiety hasn't vanished, it just wears a nicer suit. Let's double down and then some. $500,000, the almost rich. You're not truly wealthy, but in a world obsessed with appearances, you feel rich. And in America, that's often seen as the same thing. You go to a dinner party and someone asks, "So, what do you do?" You answer confidently, and people nod with a newfound respect. You have investments now. You have a financial advisor, probably named Chad, who sends you glossy quarterly reports filled with charts you pretend to understand. You nod along on the phone call. "Yes, Chad, the portfolio diversification is very strategic." "Yes." You take real vacations, not the sleep on a friend's couch in Miami kind, but actual hotels with pools that you actually use. Your stress hasn't disappeared, but it has upgraded. You're no longer stressed about making rent. You're stressed about market returns. You're worried about capital gains tax. It's the same old anxiety, just in a different font. Now for the big one, the number everyone dreams about, $1 million, the millionaire myth. You see that number in your account, the confetti drops in your mind. You made it. This is the finish line. Except, plot twist, it's not a finish line at all. It's a new starting line, and the entry fee is way higher. The confetti is still falling when your accountant calls. Great news, he says. You've officially crossed the seven-figure mark. Also, you owe $340,000 in taxes. $1 million today in any major city is not your grandfather's million. In 1980, $1 million meant you were set for life. Today, $1 million in New York or LA means you can afford a down payment on a decent house, provided you're okay with a 45-minute commute and sharing one bathroom. You aren't broke, not by a long shot, but you're not truly free either. You're just less trapped. But the real shift is social. People start treating you differently. Some old friends get weird, distant. Meanwhile, family members you haven't heard from since 2011 suddenly want to catch up over coffee. And your cousin Darnell, he has a business idea. He always has a business idea. So where does real freedom begin? 5 million. This is it. This is where the game actually changes. Not 1 million, not 2, 5. Because at 5 million, invested with a modest amount of intelligence, your money is generating $150,000 to $200,000 a year in passive income. It's making money without you lifting a finger. You have successfully bought back the only resource that truly matters, your time. Your phone rings. It's your boss. You look at it, put it face down on the table, and go back to sipping your coffee. You wake up without an alarm clock. Your entire relationship with the world flips. Before, you traded your finite time for money. Now, your money works for you while you sleep. You stop doing things you hate. You stop spending time with people you don't like. You stop eating bad food just because it's cheap. That isn't being rich. That's being free. And free hits different. Let's keep going. $10 million, the quiet rich. You know what changes on the outside at this level? Almost nothing. And that is the entire point. The truly wealthy don't look wealthy in the way TV tells you they should. They look comfortable. There's no Lamborghini, no giant gold chain, just a very clean, reliable car, very good shoes, and a very calm expression. The flex isn't a watch, it's a lack of anxiety. At 10 million, you've completely stopped trying to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need the validation from a fancy title or an Instagram post from a private jet. You've reached a state of post-flex clarity. You've realized that the people flexing the hardest are usually the ones with the least amount of real security. Real wealth is quiet. Real wealth is boring. Real wealth is being in the grocery store and buying the $25 bottle of olive oil without even looking at the price tag. That's the flex. $50 million. You are now a different species. You are no longer playing the same game as everyone else. You have people, not employees. That's too simple a word. You have people, a team. Someone manages your calendar. Someone manages your travel. Someone manages your investments. Someone manages the person who manages your investments. Your assistant hands you a perfect cup of coffee before you even realized you wanted one. Problems that would destroy a normal person, you solve with a single phone call. A serious legal issue? Call. A sudden health scare? Call. The roof on your vacation home caved in? Call. Money doesn't solve your problems at this level. It outsources them. You have essentially purchased an escape from inconvenience. Nearly every friction point of human existence is smoothed over by a subscription to people who handle it for you. And finally, $100 million, the final boss. You've won. According to every scoreboard society has ever built, you are the winner. So why does it feel so quiet? Because at 100 million, you're no longer chasing money. Money is now chasing you. Deals come to you, opportunities find you. You don't apply for things, you are invited to them. But here's the thing nobody tells you about the view from the top. It's lonely. Your circle of trusted friends shrinks to almost nothing because trust has become the rarest, most valuable currency you own. Everyone wants something. Everyone has an angle. The people who knew you back at 0, some of them resent you. The people who know you at 100 million, most of them need you. You're sitting in a massive, beautiful, silent house. Everything is perfect. But the real flex at this level isn't the jet or the portfolio. It's purpose. Because when you can buy anything, the only question left that matters is why. Why are you here? What is this all for? From $4 in your account to 100 million in the bank, the numbers change, the math changes, the people around you change. But the one thing that never changes is that you still have to wake up every morning and decide what it all means. You still have to decide what it's all for. And if you're not at the level you want to be at yet, good. That just means your story isn't over. Now go do something about it.